So we're live. First time doing this on YouTube, so hope it all works. Yeah, let me share screen on my iPad here so you can see what I'm working on. Yeah, there we go. So feel free to ask any question if you want, and I'll try to answer. So what I'm doing here, I'm working on this illustration I post recently on my Instagram, I think yesterday. And yeah, I'm figuring out how to draw this hand for this character. It's always like fun to draw hands, so I'm doing a pencil doodle first to get the proportions and the fingers right, and then I'll do the inking. I think it's looking a little bit big. Let me take it here and a little bit smaller. Also, the arm here looks kind of weird. So yeah, as I mentioned, this is my first time doing these live streams, so I don't know if the chat is working. So if you want to check that out, write something, and let me see if I can read it. Also, let me know if you listen what I'm talking, because I'm using like the default setting on my computer for the sound. I have a microphone there, but I didn't have time to do all the connections. So if it's working fine, just let me know. And yeah, let me show you a little bit more about this drawing I'm doing. I took a picture and I use it as a reference. This one is the picture I was using. I took it from Google Pictures, yeah, Google Photos, and oh, sounds good, great, awesome, awesome. And yeah, I took this picture, turned it into black and white because I have the original picture, maybe is here. Yeah, I turned it into black and white on my iPad, and yeah, that's the final picture I'm using for this illustration. And I open it on Procreate and flip it so I can like place the characters in a better position. And I start doodling the first ideas for the character. I had one of the first ideas I had was like having a girl like standing here, maybe something like that, like facing, looking to the camera, like, and maybe in an action pose or something. Then I realized it couldn't work that well, so I decided to go with maybe adding a creature here in the background, and she will be like here, like in also an action pose. I'm like recreating the ideas I had. So I hope it makes any sense to you. Like she was like looking to the character, and hair was like going all over the place, and with the big sword she has on her hand, like that way. That was the second idea. But then I realized I did a couple of illustrations of this character. I did this one. I think you all saw them on my Instagram and all my like other platforms. And I just did this other one, more relaxed one. Maybe after this fight, she will have some dinner, and yeah, you can see something behind that door. Yeah, maybe it's a creature. Who knows? But I also took pictures as reference from Google, so I'm trying to do that a little bit more to give like a good atmosphere on here. So yeah, then I decided to draw the character here, but on a different like position, maybe not that similar to what I've been doing. Yeah, that's why I decided to go with a close-up pose. Let me turn off this close-up pose. Her like maybe thinking about what she has to do now. That is obviously fighting this dude over there. And in the first part of the drawing process, when I was figuring out what to draw, I like trace changing a little bit of the things, but we have to be honest. I trace it. You can see the image. Trace the background image. I had a lot of fun doing it, adding some cracks on the walls, adding some erasing the people walking on the street and making it look like it's like abandoned. I erased a motorbike was someplace, some bicycles also, so you can get the feel of this empty city and this giant creature in the background. And our main kind of character, like that, will do her best to fight this creature. So yeah, the idea for now is to draw that character. I Last night I started adding the the inks. So I have here my layer. Let me change the name of the layer called inks. And yeah, here I have the background, and yeah, there was some pencils and stuff. So I will go to the inks and I will start adding details here. Let me change the color to black, and I use my Manga inker brush set. I don't know if you know about them, but are custom brushes I create for Procreate, and I use them to create my illustrations, my manga, and yeah, all the stuff I draw. I use that. So I will pick the dry ink full, and I have some settings here that I like sizes. So one is size 3, the other one is 6, and the other one is 10, I think. And I use them like shortcuts because it's the size that I like to draw with. Even though the inking brush, I had this question asked me, someone asked me this question yesterday. The ink brush I use has pressure sensitivity, so if I go really light, the line is thin, and if I go hard, I press hard, the line like gets more thick. So yeah, you can get that like expression in your drawings when doing that. So yeah, I really like that feature of this brush. And I have my inking brushes in on my website if you want to buy them. But if you don't want to spend money, I really use for almost 6 years the dry ink brush, the default dry ink brush Procreate. You go to inking. I have Procreate in Spanish, but it's the dry ink. This one, dry ink. I erased the inner texture of the brush. If you see there has some texture inside, yeah, I get rid of that, and I get rid of that in the grain. I replace that image for a blank image. That's all what I did to get my custom drying brush. Maybe some other other settings, but if you want to get fast, something similar to my drying brush is that one. And if you want to support me, yeah, you can go and buy it, and you will find some pencils, some textures, some screen tones. You will see here and all that stuff. But yeah, let's go on ink. That we are here to do that. Also, I didn't know if you want me to put some music on the background, so I will. Yeah, let me know. I really don't know how to do it. I will check a YouTube video for this time for the next one, and we could like yeah like add music for the next one. So yeah, I'm drawing here. One of the things I learned during the years, and I'm still learning. Please don't think I think I know everything, because I know nothing about this, and I just draw to have fun, and I really enjoy. It's really relaxing, and it's been really great. All the things that drawing have bring to my life. So yeah, I really encourage you to also keep drawing and creating your own characters and stuff. So also, if you have any questions, just let me know. I will try to draw and read your comments. So yeah. Also, if you speak Spanish, you can ask me. Si hablan español, también pueden preguntar. Um, yeah. So, why to draw these characters in the first place? Maybe because I really like to tell stories, and I'm drawing a comic book. I will show you some pages in a moment, but sometimes I come up with an idea for a story or something, and I don't have the time to do a whole story with it, or I don't know. I sometimes I like to get the stories, to tell the stories, and the best way for me to do that is do a drawing with the character I'm dreaming of. So yeah, that's why sometimes I spend time doing these drawings that are for me, not for clients, and they are not part of my usual like comic books. I like to draw on my free time. Yeah, John Lee, hello. Yeah, I'm live for the first time. I really don't know what I'm doing here. So if you have any suggestions on how to draw live, I'm sharing screen on my iPad. I'm recording myself here with the webcam, the computer webcam. So hope the quality is good, the sound quality and stuff. So yeah, I always wanted to do some YouTube live stream, but I really didn't know how, and now I decided to go and try to do it. Ah, thank you, John. Thanks. It's fun about the fun thing about the art styles is that I really think that the art style is the way you try to draw something, but yeah, I always try to draw stuff and they turn out really different from what I wanted to do in the first place. So I think that is more or less what is style about. Is how with your limited knowledge and capacities try to do what you're thinking of. I don't know if I can explain it, but yeah. So you usually see my drawings like time lapse, like going really fast because of Instagram. You have to post short videos, and that's why I decided to go and do this live drawing today because yeah, I wanted to try maybe a long format video where you can see the process a little bit more. Maybe it's more useful. So what I do normally is I do the line work and then start adding shadows. Most of the time in different layers, so I don't, if I messed up, I don't ruin the lines. That is a good thing. Hello, Feli. That's a good thing about digital, like drawing on my iPad, because when you draw on sketchbooks, like the ones I have here, let me show you. It's kind of obvious, but when you draw on a sketchbook, there's no way to, if you ink some shadows, you ink the shadows and you will not, let me change a little bit here. If you change this, if you ink the shadows, you ink the shadows and you will lose part of the line work here in the sword or yeah. But when you're drawing digitally, you can like flip to other stuff and go and change things later on. And it's good when you work for clients. I try to do all the work I do for clients for games and or for any design I do. I try to do it on my iPad first to get the idea to do modifications and stuff, and then I draw it like on paper, or sometimes they need just the digital file and I don't have to ink it all again. Who's normally my client? Yeah, I have no problem in sharing it. Is I work with Greg Favreau. He has a gaming company. We did the Spires and Heidegard game, and now we are working on another game that yeah, it will be awesome when it come out. We are just starting working on it, so yeah, I'm really excited about it. So I draw cards for like gaming cards and with characters and situations and fight scenes and stuff for the game, artifacts also. And yeah, it's been really fun. I worked on that game last year for a long time, and but but most of the time I'm doing architecture. Uh, So yeah, I'm in my office. I'm an independent architecture. So yeah, I have this place to work as an architect, and yeah, here for the first time I'm drawing here. So it's really nice and quiet. And yeah, but also I have other clients, people that contact me for on Instagram and ask me for drawing for skateboard, for a t-shirt, for I don't know. I've done drawings for websites, for um, guitar pedals, for many things. So yeah, it's crazy. And it's really fun that because when I start like taking the drawing seriously, um, like I don't know, 6 years ago or something. Seriously, what I mean is I start drawing on a daily basis because I wanted to get better at drawing while working as an architect. So with the dream that sometime I will have people will reach me and will ask for drawings, and I will have the skills and feel confident to charge something for my drawings. So that was the main goal of having fun, learn, and enjoy the process of learning. And if a client comes and want me to draw something for them, it will be like a bonus, and it will allow me to buy new tools and not spending the money for diapers for my kids and in sketchbooks and inking tools and stuff. So yeah, that was the main idea of getting back to drawing, to relax and have fun and stuff. So oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, what brush is that? This is my custom dry ink full from my Manga inker brush set. I think there's a link on the description of the video where you can get the brushes. And yeah, the habit of drawing daily, it was a huge thing for me because I started drawing on a daily basis for the first 3 years, and it was awesome. I was blown away by the results and the confidence I got when drawing. And for example, I wanted to learn something on each drawing, but also having fun. So I decided to go and draw my own characters on different poses. So I practiced the anatomy for each pose and also tried to create new characters and stuff. I also tried to create like to practice hands. For example, I start drawing hands for a whole month, and yeah, it was really fun. um yeah, your wife is an architect too? Yeah, great, great. Yeah, it's not an easy job to get things done at the same time, but I have a lot of hobbies. I like to play music also. I used to have a band. And when I realized that having a band and doing architecture and having a family wasn't that of like, it was really hard to combine those things, I decided to not quit the music part of life, but centered more on the drawing. So I started drawing more and spending more time with my family and having time to work and as an architect. So yeah, it's really really fun. My brushes are free? No, 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 no. Are cheap, but they are not free. I have to buy new stuff, new pencils and stuff. So yeah, no, they are not free. But if you want to use a brush that is similar to the one that I'm using here, is the default dry ink brush that it comes with Procreate. And if you want to support me, you can get my custom brushes for Procreate. The link is on all my platforms and stuff. So Yeah, I was talking about drawing hands, and yeah, I will struggle here drawing this hand. Yeah, I think I should put some music, but for the next video I will do it. But let me try something. Let me put music here and see if you can listen to it. Do you listen to the music? Yeah, I think you do. But I think it's too loud. Do you hear my voice or just the music? Yeah, let me know if you hear the music and hear my voice because I really don't know if this is working. No music, just me. And what about now? Because I'm moving some stuff here, but I really don't know if you are. Let me know, John. Okay, I'm listening to music through my headphones. I have Spotify here. Sounds fine? Okay, I will leave it there. But I just wanted to make sure you're listening to the music also. But if not, there's no problem. So I think I will add some more details on the clothing, and then I'll have to start like maybe adding. I know what I have to do now. So I have my. Let me finish this sword, and I have the background done. So I'll have to put a solid color behind this character so we can see it. Okay, so we have the background here, and I have to draw and create a new layer to add a flat color here so we can see the character. So what I'm doing, I'm selecting a zone behind the character to add a white color. Oh, sorry, like that. Do you see now the character pops in front of the scene? that way. Yeah, I have to keep on doing this for the card. So I could do it two different ways. One is like coloring, like just like what I'm doing now, and the other way is like selecting a zone and dropping the color over it. And I do that depend on how fast I think it goes when doing it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why, but this character came from this drawing. So I did this drawing. This is a place in Spain, and I did this this drawing over a picture of a stairs and with a fence and stuff with a lot of stone on the street and I it has that medieval look and then I decided to go and draw like the character over it. So that's why I add the sword and stuff. And when I had the character on a different pose, she was sitting on the stairs. Then I decided to add like a monster on the background. And then when I add the monster, I said like, "Oh, that looks cool." So the character don't have to be sitting on the back on the stairs. It needs to be facing this monster with the sword, and that's how I create this character. And I wanted to be a girl with the sword. I have three daughters, so yeah, drawing badass girls, it's one of my favorite things to draw. And yeah, that's where the whole idea of it came. And yeah, let me know if you want me to show you some of some of the process for my comic books, because I'm using now my iPad and I have all the files, the storyboards, the yeah, all the files here. I could show you, and maybe we could draw a comic panel also. It will be great. But just if you want me to draw that. So let me know and I will happily do it for you. So in this case I will go and grab a surface, and sometimes it's faster to do this than just like paint. So if you want to share something about yourself, maybe what stuff are you reading or music are you listening. It will be great so we can have like a conversation while I'm drawing. I'm reading some cool stuff, but I don't have it here. But on my list, I have this Biomega series. I don't know if you know it. It's Tomonihei. Let me change it here. This one, I have volume 3, 2, 1. So it's a full series here. And yeah, when I finish reading um, comic book I'm reading now, I will then read this one. Yeah, back to the drawing. Also, I'm planning on doing a giveaway. I have an t-shirt online store with the company. It's called T Public, and they offered me to do a giveaway. So I said yes, and I'm planning on doing it this week. So it has to be tomorrow, maybe. And yeah, I just want to know if where should I do it? I've been doing giveaways a couple of years ago. Then, but I did many giveaways, but on Instagram. So I've never done one on YouTube. So I don't know if I should do it on Instagram or here on YouTube. I'm figuring out that. But the idea will be to, yeah, you classic stuff, share and like this video maybe or something, and you are on your and comment also, and you are participating, and you if you win, you can pick any of the t-shirts. So let me show you the t-shirt. Here is T Public, John Killing. This one is. So here are all the designs. All of these illustrations are designs for t-shirts. So you can pick the color. So the idea is to do a giveaway, and the one who wins will like pick the t-shirt they want with the design they want, and yeah, that is one of the ideas I have for the giveaway. So let me know if you're interested. That will be really great. So let me add some more lines on this character. No. something strange in this arm, for sure. Hmm, no, this arm is not working. I'll have to erase it. Sorry, guys. These things happen a lot. The arm should be a little bigger. So let me change it to the pencil brush. And the arm should be a little relaxed. Maybe going that way. Should be something more like that. Otherwise, this arm looks so small and this one so big. So I need to make them more even. So something like this. And maybe you will ask, why didn't you figure all of this out before starting? And I will reply to you saying, I should, but I didn't. Yeah, that sometimes I just want to go and start drawing, and I will fix things on the go. That doing that, it keeps it like fun to draw on every stage, because when I do a pencil doodle that is super finished and super like with all the details and stuff, there's nothing fun left to draw well inking. I like creating, so that's why I try to leave some stuff for some part of the creative process for every stage of the drawing process. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really don't care if it makes sense because it's the way I like to draw. And it had turned me in drawing more efficiently, maybe, because you create your own shortcuts and ways of drawing that allowed you to keep doing stuff, creating stuff. Yeah, it's a lot easier when you are drawing. Oh, wrong brush. It's a lot easier when you're drawing digitally because you can erase like with no effort. But yeah, when I'm drawing traditionally, I try to think a little bit more all the stages of the drawing. Most of the time when I'm drawing for clients. When I'm drawing for myself, I really don't care. Not that don't care, but making mistakes for me is part of the drawing. So I'm really used to it and it doesn't bother me. I think the beauty of drawing is the mistakes you do when drawing. Other times you will be taking pictures. I don't know if it's hard to talk all the time when I'm drawing. I usually listen to music. So for you, three people watching now, thank you. Yeah, I don't know how much time we've been here. but so far so good. It's been fun. Let me keep drawing a little bit more, and I will show you a little bit more about the process of my comic books. So let's jump out of here. Let me show you this. I had this illustration that is the first cover I did for my comic book Touch Filter. So this one was the first cover, and I have it over here. This one. Let me change the camera. This one. You see it over here. Let me light. Oh shit. There you go. Yeah, this one. And yeah, it's an illustration that goes all around the front cover and the back cover. So yeah, I drew it. Let me fix this light. Nice. Sorry. And yeah, also at some point I was doing some studies for new character. So I was trying to come out with ideas for the body and for the armor and stuff. So I started drawing and trying stuff, and then I decided to go that way. Sorry, with this character, and this is one of the characters for the new comic book I'm working on now. And yeah, I can't wait to start drawing. This character appears in chapter 2 of the comic book, so finally I have the chance to draw it. And I just have the pencil doodles. I was trying out some ideas, so I did this drawing also. And yeah, but I also try to do an animation. There you go. I was playing with Procreate doing that stuff. Yeah, let me go back and to here. Here are the storyboards for the comic book I'm working on. And I'm working on this all by myself. And as you know, I like telling stories and stuff. So doing comic books is a great way of telling a story like in a long term that just doing a character illustration like the one I was doing recently. So yeah, here I'm using these comic book templates by Artistack. Those are really good comic book templates. You have many types of templates and for different like manga pages or European comic book pages or American comic book pages and stuff. So I draw here all my ideas for the page. And here is the chapter 2 starts here. So here are some ideas for the another cover I did for Touch Filter. So I finally did a combination of these two drawings. And yeah, the cover is, let me show you, is here. This one is for the Spanish version. I don't know if you can see it. So yeah, it's that one. And what else can I show you? Yeah, here's one of the first comic pages. So here I was like also trying to come up with ideas for the character for the first time, but then I realized I wanted to have like another character. Now this kid looks fine, but I wanted another thing for the character. So here's the first page for this chapter, second chapter for the comic book. And I had great fun drawing this car and take from the interiors. you can see adding some splatters. This was all drawn with my custom brushes. And it's really great to have your own brushes because you know what you can do with them and you create them with the purpose. And yeah, I love to transmit the the traditional inking feel to the digital paper. I don't like when digital drawings look that digital, that you can see that all the lines are done like perfectly done with. I don't like that. So yeah, I really prefer to draw um, simulating I'm doing traditionally. So my lines sometimes are shaky because you can see here for my drawings I don't have that like correction for the line. So sometimes I draw and it gets shaky and it's for me that it's good. I don't want to have like a perfect line. I prefer to do a line and if it goes shaky and it's totally fine. It's part of the personality of it's part of me on the drawing. It's not like a machine drew this. So yeah, so you can see here the panel I have to draw now. So let's start this panel over here. So what I did, I took the page, not this one, sorry. I took the page from here. I cut this page, sorry. I took this in my storyboard. I came here, took this page, here the yeah, this layer. I took this page here, like that, and I put cut, yeah, and I went to a new page, and here I pasted, and change the color to light blue. Turned a little bit the opacity down, like 50%. And now what I do usually is to adjust the lines of the panels to the grid. So I have here the grid. Let me show you here. I have some grid over there. Here at one grid, there's another grid. So this grid goes more with the panels I'm trying to draw, maybe. But when no grid works for me, I just forget about the grids. So the rules are to break it. So I wanted to the center panel to be the more powerful one. So yeah, these guys have to in the center has to be like important in the page. These guys. So yeah, that's why I didn't respect like this line and just go and take the line and this. No, I will give some more space. Not that far to this line because it would be like too big and I will be with no space up here. But I will go over here. So there's enough space to put dialogues in all the panels. Yeah, I don't draw dialogues when drawing my comic books, but I do have the idea for the story. Hello, hello. Yeah, so let's start inking this. Enough talking, and let's ink some buildings. So when you're drawing backgrounds, it's really important to have a notion of perspective, and you can use some perspective grid guidance that I usually use. But for this panel in particular, that I I will not use it. Maybe I will use it later, but it's not what I should recommend to you, because it's always better to start with the reference, like not with the reference, but with the understand. So if you want to ask me something, just let me know. Let me go back a little bit to this page over here. Sure, JPEG, save it, and now I will go again over here. What I like to do most of the time is having like the previous page or a page with a reference for the character I'm drawing or something here at the side, so I'm drawing the same landscape, so I don't want to start adding buildings randomly and doing stuff that it don't goes with their architecture. So yeah, I will definitely change this building I'm drawing now for something more like these small things you see the panel over there. So when I draw on the iPad, I usually keep the reference here for the thing that I'm drawing, and I draw in this place. So it's like 1/3 of the page for the reference. So 1/3 of the screen for the reference over here, and 2/3 on Procreate. That's why I use the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, because the screen is big, it's nice, and you can do that stuff. So the actual size I'm drawing, if I don't zoom in, it should be the size of the finished printed piece, maybe a little bit bigger, and that's good. Oh, this is not looking good. Let me put some music for me. Let me know if you listen to the music, because I'm listening to the music and I don't know if you are listening. So that's what I was talking about when I said that I don't like to do the finish doodles on the pencil doodles because I like to add details when inking. So it keep it fun. So I've been live streaming 1 hour and it's been fun. It's been fun. So, guys, I think I will end this here. Yeah, thanks for the good vibes, for joining me on my first live stream ever here on YouTube. And yeah, this was really fun. Can't wait to finish this illustration and show it to all of you. And yeah, follow me on Instagram and all my platforms. But stay tuned for the giveaway. It will be this week, the giveaway for with the t-shirt. So yeah, just stay tuned and I'll see you on the next one. I think so. Yeah, this was fun. Bye bye. Cheers. Let me end this thing here. Bye.